actually do have a rant about that because now we've... Hello!
Oh, hi!
Welcome to our new location.
So much better.
I know. Well, actually, it's good for you. For me, I just look like a tomato for some reason.
It is good. It has all my undertones peeking out.
I don't know what's going on with my hair, but I'll roll with
washed out. Yeah, so welcome to our new space here in West Hollywood. I'm very excited because the neighborhood is behind us.
That's why you're excited.
Good for a good time party.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
we're back
welcome.
here.
Superhero
Hi.
News Network.
Sorry, I'm just so drained, but I'm here and I'm happy to be with all of you guys here. Anthony Manzano, Toku Kid, Edward Sanchez Productions, Lee Ron Underwood. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and everybody else who is not participating in the chat. We welcome you.
Woo!
Come in and
Super chat!
Immediately.
Super chat!
Super
Super
chat.
chat.
Immediately, we were just saying, I hope someone asks about the CW DC shows because that is Migdalia's favorite part of
Well, before that, our topics today, we're going to be running through the Avengers Endgame
get closer
box
to your mic.
office. Why? I'm confused.
I don't know,
Avengers
but Juicy said he couldn't hear
Endgame
you.
Box office. It can't be that low. But we're going to adjust our levels.
ASMR of this.
So it's gonna be all Marvel all the time, but quickly DC. Someone here,
It doesn't have to be all Marvel.
someone here said that this week's episode of The Flash was garbage, which I feel like is only half true. It's like an okay episode of The Flash. No, as long as you're like invested in Nora, which I feel like is hard for lots of people now because like the show wants you to believe that Nora is everything that is good and wonderful in this world. And like, and Iris was even like, Nora made us better people, and she's probably made Eobard Thought a better person too. And Nora has not done anything to prove that. So that's what the issue is.
Okay, that's sidebar right there.
It is a bit low.
The volume.
Never mind.
It's much better.
Now it's better.
We're also going through the new Far From Home photos from Spider-Man. So when we get to that topic, if you want to avoid anything about the upcoming Spider-Man films, you could just hit that mute button or come back in like 5 minutes after that. And then aftermath of Endgame, what's next? What will Disney, Marvel perhaps announce at D23 or San Diego Comic-Con this year, which is coming up really, really quickly. And then we'll see if there is any new DC news. Oh, and then also we have another Ghost Rider will be coming to the new Disney streaming service, which we'll jump into as well. But let's talk about these box office numbers.
Oh, it's Hulu. It's not Disney streaming. It's Hulu. But Hulu is kind of Disney streaming now.
Everything's Disney. streaming.
Everything is Disney.
Unless you're Netflix.
Unless you're
then
Netflix.
Then you're SOL. But let's talk about these Avengers Endgame numbers, which nobody should be too surprised about.
No.
It is going to break $2 billion as of today.
Yeah, it's like 1.9 right now.
Yes, one of the fastest grossing films probably of all time. The first weekend it broke $1 billion,
Right.
which is very surprising. That part was surprising to me because I thought it was at least going to take until Wednesday, this past Wednesday. But they're like, nope, it's Sunday.
Did we find out what the number one worldwide?
It is still Avatar
Okay, it is
with
Avatar.
$2.788 billion.
I believe you can break that record, and
I believe
you
it will
need
happen
to.
by next
You need
weekend,
to.
for sure.
But even if it only like gets to number 2, I like that Zoe Saldana has been in both.
That's true. She's the real winner of this box.
Exactly. Because no matter what, Zoe Saldana is the winner.
Yeah.
Right? But then when Avatar 2 comes out, will that continue to be a threat for Endgame?
Probably not, but
Yeah, I mean, is anyone really like desperate to see Avatar 2? Let us know if you are in the comments.
No shade.
Does anyone
no tea, no
remember Avatar 1, aside from the fact that Zoe Saldana is in it?
shade.
Right.
Yes.
And all big franchises should put Zoe Saldana in their film to try to compete for number 1 box office.
Unless you're trying to do the Nina Simone franchise.
Not that one.
No.
Not that one.
you might want to recast some of the Divas or something. But yeah, you can also catch our spoiler and spoiler-free episodes that we did last week.
We did it all.
You can hit that back on our VOD on YouTube. What are people saying in the chat here?
Eon001 said, I know people are still planning to see it for the first time.
this weekend.
Yeah, I know people too.
I have my family. Me and my family are gonna watch it tomorrow.
You haven't seen it?
Oh, I've seen it.
family has
But
it.
my
Your
like
family.
sister and my mom, they want to watch it,
Yeah.
Again, it was very funny. They were like, "Oh, we buy the tickets like right after we grab lunch?" I went, "No, you buy them now.
right.
There is no.
No, you're buying them today. This was Wednesday." I told her that.
Has anyone
Yeah.
here seen it for the second time?
I have seen it twice. Yes, I've seen it twice.
Okay.
Nice.
I haven't yet.
You still haven't seen it? Oh,
Too many feelings I have to have, and I'm just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let me just wait till I'm in the mood.
It's exhausting. I get it.
It is very exhausting.
Goes through a lot.
Is the spoiler? I thought the spoiler ban was up on Monday.
Monday is officially
Monday, yeah.
And here's the thing, like this kind of ties a little bit to topic too, but like there's a lot of discussion of like why is everyone making a big deal about why is Russo's making a big deal about spoiler ban lifted off of Monday? It's like, oh, that's weird. Like you guys can control when we will spoil or not.
Right. People are already spoiling it everywhere. Even articles have the ending.
Exactly. But then the fact that like there's rumors about what's going on with that the next trailer for Far From Home will be just filled to the brim.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That made the next after Monday we're gonna start getting information in official content.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Something else I kind of want to throw in here before we continue with any Marvel news is that I remember when Marvel Unlimited came out, their app, and it's their entire back library of comics for the most part. They have some new issues there from time to time. But I always said, hey, I wish DC could have the same thing because I'm more into the DC comics and graphic novels. And a few weeks ago, it was announced that if you have the DC streaming service, you can also get their entire library of comics just so that they could boost up their value.
The entire library.
They finally uploaded more of it because that was the thing.
Right, because before it was like a limited, there was a lot, but it wasn't the whole
So
thing.
now it's their entire library.
That's good.
Okay, that's good.
And that's probably in response to the response that Marvel streaming service was getting, Disney streaming service.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, these new Marvel shows are coming out, and you get, Disney classics and the Marvel films, of course.
Yeah, they definitely need more incentive to.
Yeah. So DC was like, hey, let's just throw in our entire comics library in there too.
And I thought that was really a weird choice to not do it when they announced the app. And I'm like, why not? You already have them.
And have it be like a revolving door. Like if you're gonna you're like, oh, I'm gonna bookmark this, and then you come back and it's not there anymore, and you're like, I'm mad now.
Yeah. So I'm glad. I'm good to hear that they're kind of like, okay, sorry, here it is.
Did anyone like Captain Marvel in the movie? I did, but not that haircut.
I found her haircut to be weird as well, but people were like, this is how her comic one is. But I just think Brie Larson's face shape didn't carry it that well. It was okay. Like the second time she appeared, I got used to it pretty quickly. And also, I'm just like, whatever, it's hair.
Exactly, it's just hair.
I mean, no, like I'm the fan of like the current Carol comics, so I was like, hey, cool, you gave her the haircut, and that's all my reaction was. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, now you made it 3 times 100 better. It's like, cool, you gave her the haircut, right on.
And as we spoke about last week, I mean, this film was all about fan service and Easter eggs and all these moments here. So it was just like them gifting something to everybody. So for the fans of Captain Marvel comic books who want to see the iconic haircut, you got it. For those who were used to Captain Marvel's appearance in her movie, you got that too.
Sure. Yeah.
Unless you're a fan of Black Widow and then you were not serviced.
You probably were not. But again, you can catch all our thoughts on our previous episodes here. That way that no one here gets unintentionally spoiled. Let's see.
We can't see your comment from before anymore, Anthony.
We cannot. I'm so sorry. What?
If you paid us.
What?
Wow, Josh is gonna give you a talking to.
I'm sorry.
What she means to say is that the chat moves so fast, guys, that we can't catch all of your comments at once. So to have your comment highlighted,
do a super chat.
Please hit that super chat button to support the show here so we can pay for lovely spaces like we have in new equipment.
That is...
Let's talk about America's Ass.
It is America's ass.
It was great.
America's ass.
It was an excellent
But again,
moment.
I don't want to divert the show, guys.
No,
you can continue the chat on Twitter.
How quickly do you think that the Avengers is going to hit number 1?
Like in terms of like the all time?
Yeah.
I think next week.
Hey!
Super Joe!
Oh, okay. Listen, Toku Kid. Now we have to divert it. Okay.
No, we're not. Listen. No, I'm not kidding. Last Saturday we had this show, right? Literally, we stopped taping the show. Like a group of 8 of them started arguing about time travel, literally yelling across the room at each other. One group's having this conversation, that group's having that conversation, and it merges. This continues. Somebody ends up quitting. I'm not even kidding.
Do you know who else has been yelling at each other about time travel in Endgame?
Who?
The writers and directors.
Sure.
Yeah,
Because the directors said Steve created a branch timeline and went off to be with Peggy, and then the writers were like, "No, he didn't."
Hello. You're spoiling. That's why I didn't want to dive into it. And then, honestly, their little time travel conversation has been happening through group chat since, like, it stopped on Thursday, I think, or this Friday.
I'm like, I wasn't here last week, but I got like the echo of the of the arguments and the debates.
They literally continue this on a group chat for 4 more days after last Saturday. I was like, why am I in this chat?
But we are actually going to talk about what we think is coming next in the MCU, Anthony, in the aftermath section.
Right.
Don't worry, it will be answered.
Let's jump into the new Far From Home photos. Again, guys, if you just don't want to know anything about
just
Spider-Man, which I wish I had the option for, you can hit that mute button and come back in 5 minutes. So let's look at these photos here.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen all of there. It is.
I love this.
Wow, I haven't seen any of these either.
This, of course I love this.
What is that black suit? What do you guys think that was? And it's kind of
the previous one.
Yeah,
that's his new. That's kind of his spy gear outfit.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I heard the rationale behind that is that if it's clearly Spider-Man walking about, sneaking around, then his cover's blown immediately. So they gave him a sleek all black suit, despite the fact that he has spider eyes.
But it makes sense. Like, you can blend in a little bit more that way. Yeah.
No, exactly.
And then, of course, we've got our lovely Nick Fury and Maria Hill.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice
so they're back. It's very nice to see Nick Fury come back into these films because I really missed him. Phase 3, he wasn't really around that much.
Same.
Oh,
and then there's Mysterio.
I just didn't think this was gonna work, and it is working for me and my lady parts. I mean, come on,
that's really where it's working.
Yes,
taking over everything else. But yeah, he looks good.
Now, what's going on here? Do you think?
Well, it's the funny thing is finding out that Mysterio is
Oh my god.
That's not American.
First off, he is a child.
Exactly.
No, he's not. He's 22.
No, but Peter Parker is a child.
This is true.
He has a good point.
I wonder
in his super chat.
I wonder if Peter will show signs of PTSD in this.
I think that he had some kind of, or at the very least, mourning. Right?
Yeah.
I think that Tony.
Oh my god.
Tony's not here, Tati.
No,
Tony is not here, Tatiana.
I think that Tony's going to tell us more about it when we get into the next show. But for now, I do think he's going to be experiencing the after effects of
the whole event.
And not only that, but the directors of Endgame said that the next movies, including Far From Home, are going to be people dealing with the consequences of how they live in this world post.
Yeah, like after the New York incident back in Avengers 2012. What is this? Is that his original?
I haven't even seen that one.
It's Peter and the security over at the airport. So all he has to say is, "I got this at Hot Topic."
Right. Yeah, exactly. So you just put on. Yeah.
No, it's just a regular. I don't know.
I like the fact that his suit is not all nanotech because that was the one thing that kind of annoyed me about Iron Man. After when it was just so CGI based.
Yeah. One thing I hope we never hear Karen again. And her creepy 40-year-old.
I don't like Karen either.
Yeah, she's hitting on Peter all the time, and I'm like, why?
Friday.
I think Karen.
I don't know. I miss Jarvis.
Karen will probably be back in Far From Home, but I guess it's
I
not.
Don't want that.
It's one of those things where I kind of rolled. I rolled with it, but I'll admit that so much Tony-ish tech in Spider-Man's costume is always one of those things I was not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Because Spider-Man to me is I made this suit at home.
Right.
I am a homemade hero, and
Yeah.
you have like the billionaire giving him this super suit, then it's fine, but not takes away some of the charm. I still like the movie, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but
Right.
it's one of those things where I'm not the super biggest fan of.
Yeah.
Though I do love the scene of Pete in Homecoming where Pete's like stuck.
Right.
It-
Oh, that's my favorite scene.
Best scene. So I do love that. So that's a good use of carrot. Other than that,
For sure. And yeah, guys, we're going to give you one more weekend to see this movie, one more week. And then next week, all of our theories is going to tie to what happened at the end of Endgame for sure. Because, of course, as you can see here, I'm trying to rein it in a little bit. And also, please respect the chat and don't spoil the film in there. Yeah, but that would be interesting if they tackled PTSD with another character. They did it so great with Tony in Iron Man 3.
I agree.
Didn't do it so well with Thor in Endgame.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Hemsworth did well.
yeah.
No, he did great. They took the joke too far.
Yeah,
And of
I
course,
agree.
this is from the events of what happened in Infinity War, and it ties into what goes on in Endgame as well. Let's see. I wonder if he will make a new suit on his own by the third movie. Now, I'm kind of confused here. I thought the rights for Spider-Man were going back to Sony after this film, but somebody was like, "No, it's permanently Marvel's." You guys
Aren't they like
know.
sharing it? Isn't
They're
that
sharing,
sharing
it
it.
now,
Yeah,
but I think it was only for a certain amount of appearances, and he already fulfilled that with this new.
I
Far
feel
From
like
Home.
it would be more lucrative for them to just do it again.
Right.
But maybe we have to renegotiate. We'll
And,
find out.
and this is kind of where we're in this weird place. Like now, Sony's got the Venom success. Success, I might add. I didn't see
They made
coming.
money.
They made money. Look what happened. I didn't see that coming. And
Nobody
but
did.
that movie will now lead into, because apparently everyone asked for it, a Morbius movie starring Jared Leto.
No one asked for that.
That's what I mean.
But they
No-
finished it. And
No one asked for that.
A Morbius movie. All right.
Cool. Good
I
luck.
mean, have you ever like? For sure, Spider-Man villains are cool, and there are a lot of iconic ones. And of course, it's really hard to be as iconic as Batman villains are.
Yeah.
But it's like, are they really that interesting for the most part? Fully realized characters, maybe Black Cat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Doc Ock, Norman
Yeah.
Osborn, being the exception. But again, are you really going to, and I guess you could, but are you really going to craft a whole movie based off of like one of them?
Yeah. Like I heard like, there's like talk of a Kraven the Hunter movie. And why would I ever watch that movie?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you have someone with like a great vision that can make it like, a super
Sure.
exciting
Oh, sure.
story on its own, but
Yeah.
But it's hard when you do those films, and as we're gonna see, we're testing that with the Joker film that's coming out. How can you do a movie based on such an iconic villain without the counterpart,
Right.
the hero,
Right.
and
Right.
without the hero, overshadowing the film ultimately?
yeah, I mean,
Right.
Venom did it. I don't know that it was good, but it was
mean-
It
successful.
wasn't. We can tell you
So-
that.
I can tell you it was a movie that came out in October, and it made money somehow. And
I can tell you that I watched it, although I was at home. I didn't watch it, in theaters, and I still don't know what happened in it. So that's all I know about the movie.
I just found that whole scene with Michelle Williams with the Venom costume, that was super weird.
That was
to me.
weird. That was weird.
What is this? Like, are you just gonna leave me here? That was so bad, and she's not a bad actress.
No, she's not.
No.
But those are a few new photos from Far From Home. Of course, it's finished filming. It's coming out in July.
Yeah. July.
Beginning of July. So let's move on to the aftermath of Endgame. We have D24? D23. Yeah, I was like, D27? We have D23.
Early 20s.
Yeah, the Disney convention is
Yeah.
coming. San Diego Comic-Con is coming. The question is where they're going to be announcing Phase 4. There's officially a Phase 4. And of course, the assumption is D23.
Yeah.
And maybe they might not come to San Diego Comic-Con at all.
Which is what they've done before.
They
Yeah.
have done that before. It's a lot of money to go to Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and Disney doesn't need to spend money on two large events
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially when they can make all the money at the event that they
Exactly.
own. So
Do we have a graphic of the proposed Phase 4 films going on, like the Internals? What
Black
else?
Panther 2,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi,
Doctor Strange 2,
Guardians 3,
Guardians 3,
Yeah,
2021.
Asgardian.
Yes. What else? What else has been
Yeah.
Oh,
announced?
jeez. Anything announced officially?
Because Far From Home is the end of Phase 3.
3, right.
It's not part of Phase 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so nothing announced for another Ant-Man film or another
Captain Marvel movie, even.
Captain Marvel movie.
Though I'm sure she
We
will
can
soon.
assume, we can assume there will be one, but it hasn't been announced.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But the only like really new things are Shang-Chi and Eternals, right?
Right.
So the only two that are like hasn't already previously been introduced.
Yeah.
And they're talking to like Angelina Jolie to be in the Eternals, which I would love it. I'm a big Angie fan.
Eternals is such a weird one to do.
That's like almost the
Inhumans.
Inhumans.
Yeah.
I was like, what was that shitty show that came out?
But
I guess it's like their response, like they're like, well, we can't do Inhumans. So.
Well, that's the thing. Is like I thought Inhumans is more famous than Eternals, and so the fact that the TV show company, the Fox TV swiped Inhumans.
ABC.
ABC swiped Inhumans to do that show that no one watched, and left
They didn't
Marvel.
swipe it as much as it was dumped on them.
They really did. I heard how bad it
Nova
was.
actually announced?
No.
Oh, these are just
Yeah.
hopes.
There's speculation.
Speculations.
Okay, so
Alright.
Black Widow, but can you put that back up, please?
Yeah, Black Widow is one that they did announce.
Yeah, so that's
Oh, that's right.
confirmed.
That's right. Then you have a director.
So the Black Widow, The Eternals, Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Guardians 3, Shang-Chi.
So many sequels in
Those
here.
are the ones that are confirmed for Phase
Yeah.
4.
Sure.
The rumor of Secret Invasion. I'm not
I
sure
still- yeah.
if
Yeah.
I think the Avengers chapter is closed for now.
And I think
They might make it like, do you think they might do Young Avengers or Champions or one of the other team ups?
And I think the events of Captain Marvel, without spoiling it, kind of deters a possible idea of
That's
Secret
what I would
Invasion.
think too. I feel like Secret Invasion, it's too close to a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a super chat though.
Back to
Another super chat! Super chat!
Do you think Deadpool 3 will be in future phases?
Gosh, it's
No, and I think what's going on with the Fox MCU properties is that either, and I think Kevin Feige said this, or he was kind of thinking of doing this, but it's going to be kept separate from the Disney MCU, at least for a
Really?
little bit.
Right.
They definitely don't have plans for X-Men right now, a full-blown X-Men film. Then they have Fantastic Four back, which I won't be surprised is going to be put into Phase 4 at
I
some
agree.
point. They're probably working on that. It makes sense.
Phase 4 Fantastic Four. It'd be a
Yeah.
missed opportunity to not do
true.
it.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
I think Deadpool for now is just going to be kept separate because, of course, we need the recovery period of
Yeah.
what happened in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
So I think it's too soon to try to get Deadpool in there. They might resurrect X-Force, which I hope they
Yeah.
do.
I was disappointed to hear that kind of was going to get put on hold because I like Drew Goddard as a writer director and I was excited about him doing it.
Yeah.
It's like the second time it's happened to him too because he was going to do a Sinister Six movie.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, yeah.
And again, I had no interest in that movie, but him doing it, I went, all right, well, if you're doing it, I mean,
Yeah.
that's going to be interesting.
Well, third time's a charm then. The
Yeah.
next time.
Next
somebody goes
time.
to-
Next time.
Lee Ron says, do you remember that bad acting scene with Medusa getting her hair cut? And I did like a funny cut. I think I posted it here something. It was like America's Next Top Models, how they always cry. And I had to cut that with her scene because I was like, this is so dramatic.
Oh, my gosh.
MCU Phase 4 Blade and I don't know what GR is.
Yeah, GR. What's GR?
Blade with
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Ghost Rider is happening, but
Yeah.
it's a TV show.
And
Yeah.
that'll be separate.
Yeah,
Ghost
that's
Rider will be
gonna
on Hulu now.
Yeah, which
Gabriel
is-
Luna has been announced he will come back, but it's separate.
But so he hasn't. Wait, it has been announced that Diego Luna's coming.
He's come back.
He is coming back.
He's guaranteed.
But it's
It will be separate from Agent. Apparently, the rumor is it will be separate from Agents of Shield's continuity. I don't know.
can see that.
I don't know how they're gonna do that, but maybe the separation just simply means, hey, we're just not gonna talk about Agents
yeah.
of Shield.
I kind of hope because if it's the same actor, then
Yeah.
that's not.
I mean, it's hard. We have to do all this coordination, and creators want to do their own story, but then you got to think of somebody else's.
Right.
Which is why I give a lot of credit to the Disney cinematic universe because that's incredibly hard. It's like a choreographed dance, and you have a different director from this film who has to know the entire history inside
Right.
and out, and try to make it his own thing. But you still have a whole blueprint to go off of as well.
Right.
It's Gabriel Luna, by the way.
Not Diego.
I was like Diego Luna.
Yeah.
I know it's not him, but I can't remember his first name now. So-
Hilariously, he's gonna have his own Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I think everyone working for Disney.
I think if they brought Blade back, that would be separate as well. Just because he doesn't seem to fit.
No.
Right, because that would require vampires.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like suddenly there's a bunch of supernatural elements that we have not introduced at all into the MCU.
Which is
that's-
fine. Not everything has to be weaved in
Right.
together into a
No.
universe.
Right.
Agreed. No, I
it just
totally
can be
agree.
a different universe.
It's also interesting because also there's also the Hellstorm show that like Toku just mentioned that also is like apparently happening at Hulu. So it's like Hulu's like gathering up the supernatural characters, which probably makes sense if they do Blade next.
A Hulu universe, a Huluverse.
I would love it if they did Blade, or I guess HBO couldn't do it, but they seem to have that Watchmen series. I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah.
Because Blade needs to be. I need the 1998 Blade, like that type of film. And they're talking about, if they do move forward with Blade, they'll bring back Wesley or consider bringing back Wesley. As well, so.
Would you be down for that?
I would be 1,000%
I'd be down.
Just checking because I want Wesley back too.
Yes, bring Wesley back. Or I'm sure
agree.
Idris Elba is stuff in there.
Sure.
Of course.
I got a fan
As
cast
you put
still.
in everything.
Yes. Anyone watch Marvel Runaways?
I'm behind on
I'm
it.
behind
Yeah,
it
I'm
too.
behind. I watched all of
Season
season
one.
one, and I watched like 2 episodes of season 2.
Yeah.
And then I stopped.
Yeah.
For no reason, because I liked it.
Too many shows to watch.
Yeah.
Something.
Too many.
Yeah.
I just watched The Office again. I'm like, too many choices. I want to watch like 3
that's
things.
Right, that's true. Peak TV just means going back to the oldies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
Let
watch
me
a
go
lot
watch
of
Friends.
So out of the lineup there, what film are you most looking forward to?
Shang-Chi, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
I am looking forward to seeing how they do Shang-Chi, especially after, 2 years of Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see.
The director is great. I really loved his film Short Term 12. That had Brie Larson, not ad. And I think that was
feel like Captain Marvel's gonna be friends with Shang-Chi because he's done like 3 things with Brie Larson already.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, she's gotta be in this movie.
no somehow even a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a really great filmmaker. And I'm curious. I'm just curious to see how they can pull it off. And 2 years after Iron Fist, maybe. And I know not officially. It's that whole connected, like that's one studio stuff, whatever. But regardless, they should know the bad backlash of Iron Fist to know. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Or the bad backlash that happened with the ancient one with Doctor Strange. So don't do that again. So we'll see.
For sure. Professor X has an Origins movie. Now the X-Men origin story has come and gone. Like they were supposed to have a whole series on that, and then it turned into the Wolverine show. Then it turned into X-Men First Class. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing one of those for a while.
X on the X.
Yeah.
Did you go through your CW shows before we close out?
Well, I talked about Flash. So I will say that if you like Nate and Zari on Legends, then this season is totally for you because every episode is like half about them being a ship. Yeah, I know. I'm very like, I don't want this. I didn't take it back, but here we are. Also, lots of great demonic possession humor. So Legends always.
That's always a hoot.
Yes, and also the search for Gary's nipple. Which is really the most important. He lost his nipple at the beginning of the season, and this is his reunion. So it was quite powerful.
I'm so behind on this season, and I'm like, what just happened? What happened when I was gone?
Gary lost his nipple, and the demon used it to bring him over to the dark side.
Wow.
He's like, I'll make you whole again, dancing nipple.
Wow.
So yes, that's how Legends is every week. So if you like that, then you should definitely be checking it out.
Sure. If you have a nipple fetish, please make your way over to Legends of Tomorrow.
iZombie, I don't think has iZombie started yet. I feel like it's starting like this coming week.
I think it's
for
this
the
coming
final season.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like it's gonna be just as good as ever because they've always like had everything planned out, and I think it's good. It's ending on a high note.
Right. On their terms.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy for iZombie. Do you think Nate transforms to steal for private time?
Don't read the Josh Goldman chat lines. It's always borderline trolly.
But yes, he does. All right.
But that's gonna do it for our show this week. We will be back next week. Happy Free Comic Book Day, everybody.
Yes, and may the force be with you.
Yes.
That's right.
I was raised Catholic, so every time somebody says that,
And you're
I'm
like,
and also with you.
That's what
Okay.
I do that too.
I made a video about that literally 3 years ago.
Really?
I show it to you.
I'm like, Jesus? Every time somebody says, may the fourth be with you. I'm like, okay. Well, guys, we're going to be back here with Box Office Showdown.
Yes.
Same cast, different time, different title.
But no Tony?
No Tony this week. She is attending her grandmother's 100th birthday.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a happy occasion.
Yes,
Wow.
happy
That's a good
birthday
one.
to Tony.
I thought that was going to go somewhere else, so yay.
Oh no, celebrating her grandmother's. How dark do you think I am?
You didn't say celebrating.
Okay.
You said attending.
Attending, okay. Yeah, so just in case people can't see us on Box Office Showdown today, where can we find you?
You can find me at Marcella's Ear on Twitter and Instagram, and you'll find articles there, and also the Ladies with Gumption podcast, which you should check out.
Nice. You can find me on Twitter at Justin Keys on, and Instagram at Justin Quiz, and my newest episode of Nothing New was on Dumbo, so that was the remake episode we covered. So yeah,
Oh my gosh, I gotta listen to that
it's a bit of a listen.
one. Guys, you can always reach me here every Saturday for SNN and Box Office Showdown. You can also reach me on Twitter at Miggy Spicy, on Instagram at The Real Miggy Spicy, and on Twitch. I'm probably going to be streaming Batman the Enemy Within tonight.
Nice.
On Twitch at Miggy Spicy. You guys can follow me there as well. So with that, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share to keep up to date with everything trending.
In geek pop culture.